There was a poor woodcutter in the south of Muzaffarabad. He spent the whole day cutting wood in the mountain forest and taking it to the city to sell it. He lacked wealth, but few could match him in intellect and wisdom. He was very famous. He was often discussed in the court of the king. One day, king told the minister that this woodcutter should be tested. If he returns out to be wise according to his reputation, he will be rewarded, and if these things prove to be false, he will be exiled. The minister, who was jealous of woodcutter in his heart, seized the opportunity and called a pandit who could recite some mantras. He also knew magic. He told the pandit that you should go to the forest and test the woodcutter and ask him such questions to which there is no answer. So this pandit accepted it and went to the forest. Coincidentally, that day woodcutter was sick. He sent his eldest son in his place. The elder son reached the forest and saw that a pandit was sitting there. He said to the pandit, "Guruji, tell me about my fate. What will I become next?" Pandit said, "First, answer one of my questions." The boy agreed, so Pandit raised his stick and created a strange scene with the power of magic. The boy saw a field of grains waving in front of him. It is surrounded by a fence of sticks. As soon as they saw, those sticks turned into cutters and started to jump and cut the raw wheat. In a short time, the entire field was cleared. All the crops were lost and then darkness fell everywhere. Pandit asked, "Tell me, what is the meaning of this riddle?" The boy said, "I don't understand anything. It has no head and no feet. If any other details are known, it should be considered." The Pandit said, "Well, then listen to your destiny. You are going to become a stone idol." He waved his magic stick and the boy became a stone idol. On the second day, the woodcutter was still ill. He sent his second son to fetch wood from the forest and also to find the elder brother. When the second son reached the forest, he saw the Pandit sitting on the ground. He asked, "Guruji, tell me my fate and where is my brother at this time?" Pandit said, "First answer one of my questions." The boy agreed. Then Pandit raised his magic stick and created another scene by the power of magic. The boy saw that a fat, fresh cow was standing in front of her lean heifer, who was also standing near her, but instead of the heifer drinking the milk of the cow herself was drinking the milk of her own heifer, and then both the animals disappeared. Pandit asked, "Tell me, what is the meaning of this riddle?" "It is a meaningless thing. No one can admit that a cow is drinking the milk of its own heifer." Then the Pandit said, "Well, now listen to your destiny. It is also written in your destiny to become a stone idol like your elder brother." And saying this, he waved his magic stick and the boy too became an idol of stone. On the third day, too, woodcutter was sick, and at the same time he was worried about his two sons who had not returned from the forest. He instructed his third son to go into the forest and find the elder brothers. When the third boy reached the forest, he also saw the Pandit sitting there. He asked, "Guruji, tell me where my two brothers have disappeared, and if possible, also tell me what is written in my fate." Pandit said, "First answer me one thing." The boy agreed. Then Pandit raised his magic stick and created another scene by the power of magic. The boy saw that an old man was carrying a bundle of wood on his back. The bundle was so heavy that his legs were bending due to its weight. Still, if he sees any fallen wood on the way, he picks it up and carries it into the bundle. This scene also disappeared from the sight. The Pandit asked, "Tell me, what is the meaning of this riddle?" The boy thought for a while and then said, and said that it seems to be something strange. I don't understand. Why is he picking up wood? Then the Pandit said, now listen to your destiny. It is written in your destiny to become a stone idol like your two brothers. He waved his magic stick and the boy became a stone idol. On the fourth day, the woodcutter sent his youngest son to the forest. He also had the same conversation with Pandit as with his three elder brothers. What appeared before his eye was a large pool was filled with water, and its water was flowing out through channels into several smaller pools, until in a short time the large pool was completely empty. It dried up and then disappeared from sight. Pandit asked, tell me, what is the meaning of this riddle? The youngest son also pondered for a while and then replied that I did not understand anything. Pandit also made him a stone idol. Then the woodcutter could not tolerate it, and on the fifth day he went to the forest. He also saw the Pandit sitting there, but he did not pay any special attention to him, but kept looking at the four stone idols very carefully. After some time, Pandit himself addressed him. Perhaps you want to know how these idols are made and where they come from? The woodcutter said, no, I myself feel that these idols are apparently made of stone, but are actually human beings. They have been transformed by magic. I can smell blood in them. In the last consecutive 4 days, 4 of my sons disappeared. Probably that's what they are. Pandit was very surprised. Then he said, you understood right. These are your sons. They made a bet and did not answer my riddles. If you want them to return to their actual form, tell me the answer of all 4 riddles. If you also fail, you will become a stone idol and stand near your sons. The woodcutter made the bet. Then the Pandit created the first scene and asked its meaning. Woodcutter said, it belongs to such a person in whose security some rupees have been deposited, and if the original owner asks for his money, the conservator, instead of returning the money, starts spending and wasting it. Just as the fence of sticks has spoiled the whole crop. As soon as these words were finished, a stone idol changed into the woodcutter's son. Then the Pandit showed the second scene again and asked its meaning. Woodcutter said, this is also very common. Most women are very lazy and work thieves. They start taking work from their girls prematurely and do not look at them with compassion. Just like the cow was oppressing her calf by drinking her milk. As soon as these words were finished, his second son returned to his original form. Then the Pandit showed the third scene again and asked the meaning of the riddle. Not a difficult one, said the woodcutter. There are thousands of greedy people in the world who, after enjoying the blessings of the world, are sometimes not satisfied. They want to increase wealth and they do anything to increase their wealth. This is the case of the old man who is more burdened than his power. As soon as these words were finished, his third son returned to his true form. Now the Pandit showed the last scene again and discovered its meaning. The woodcutter said that this is the reverse of the third scene. There are some people in the world who spend all their wealth on others and at the end do not save even a penny for themselves. The big pond filled the stomach of the smaller ponds and became empty itself. As soon as these words were finished, there was movement in the fourth stone idol. The younger son also returned to his original form. The Pandit conceded his defeat and told the whole story before the Raja. The Raja removed his old minister and gave his post to the woodcutter, and a beautiful house was built for him near the royal palace.